How to learn to spend money. That's what we're going to talk about. Yep, nobody talks about it. Here's what I'm going to talk about. How do you forecast to spend money properly? And at the end of the video, I'm going to promise you that I will never, ever, ever put you on a budget and why. The four things specifically we're going to talk about today is your monthly P&L, right? Your expenses, your income, how does that going to work for you? And what are you making now? What are you spending now? Number two is what do you value around your life, what you spend, what's money to you? Some of you avoid money. We got to get into that. Number three, how are you tracking your spending? And again, not going to really talk about that word budget. We'll talk about that at the end of the video and why you're never going to have one with me. And then number four, how do you hold yourself accountable? I can promise you it is not your friends and family. So get a pen and paper. We got a lot to talk about. So one of the first things you need to know and understand is your baseline. So the challenge with money just in our life is that we were never taught anything about it. Maybe in 6th or 7th grade. I know way back, I don't even remember what grade I was in. They taught us how to balance a checkbook, you know, the good old fashioned checkbook. So everybody has bank statements coming now. Everything's online. There's banks online. That's a whole nother conversation. By the way, if that's interesting to you and my opinion about these new online banks, just say, hey, Loral, I want to learn about these new online banks. I have a lot to say about them, whether you should or shouldn't do that. But your baseline's critical. And by the way, banks are audited. There are several banks that don't pass audits. So don't just assume that your bank statement's accurate. You do need to go back through and you need to be looking at what money came in. Did it come in? The money that went out, did you approve that it went out? People just live blindly with electronic statements that a lot of times don't even look at them. So I need you every week, if not for sure every month, to come up, what is your monthly expense and what is your monthly income, right? So this video is more about how you're going to spend money. But you're going to have to, determine how much spending you have based on how much money you make. Now, my answer to everything is make more money. So just know that that's the theme of everything that we talked about, is make more money, because you can have anything in your life, right? I've had private planes. I've owned tons and tons of real estate. If I want it, I make the money and I buy it. You can do the same thing. You just have to learn how to do it a little differently. See, our whole society, and the reason that most people don't value money right, is you've already been conditioned to live by a monthly paycheck. So when you go into a car dealership, you go look for, somewhere to, if you have to pay rent or a mortgage, even an infomercial. What's the number one thing in the marketing message and the narrative? Can you afford it per month? What can you afford? Like, what a stupid question. In my world, I'll afford anything I want. Let's ask a different question. How much money do you want to make? Anyway, that's why it's a challenge for most people. And you really need to understand, if you're challenged by your spending, you're challenged by your credit card debt, you're challenged, it's because you're conditioned this way. The entire narrative about money is, can you afford it per month? And you start looking at price tags, and everything is about what you can afford versus what you can create. So income and expense, we got to know where you are. And I need to know that on a regular basis. You can use QuickBooks, you can use Quicken, get an electronic format for it, and so we can actually keep track. Number two, again, back to that value. What do you value? What are your money rules? I have a book called Millionaire Maker's Guide to Wealth Cycle Investing. There's chapters about money rules, due diligence, really your risk strategy. Some of you think that you have high risk tolerance. I have an amazing high risk tolerance. If I lose money, I'll just go make some more money. All right, some of you lose money and you're paralyzed. There's some of you out there listening, 2008, 9, and 10, you lost a whole bunch of money, or you went bankrupt or foreclosed, and you won't go again because you don't trust yourself to go again. The only reason you don't trust yourself again, you haven't valued money at a level of financial literacy. Like, learn about money. So at that moment, I got to tell you, this is your financial literacy channel. I need you to subscribe. Click the little notification button. Say, Loral, I need to see you every day. And I'll come out every day. If there's a topic, put it in the comments. I'm going to be right there saying, hello, what do you want me to talk about? Because I think those of you who know me well, I'll talk about anything. So just ask. So a few other things about the value of money is your relationship to your debt. Some of you have a huge, weird relationship that you think you have to be debt-free before you can start. There's nothing farther from the truth. The only reason you're in debt, I'm going to actually say congratulations. You want a big life, you just didn't know how to make the money. So you burned through the money you made, you put the rest on a credit card. So to me, that means you want a big life, you just don't know how to make money, solve the right problem. We're not going to worry about the debt. We're going to go make a bunch of money, buy whatever you want. So you see the theme of where we're going in the spending. Now, I'm also not a spendaholic, and I actually don't have huge, crazy lifestyle stuff, and I'm not a fan of it, because I'm an asset addict. I want you to become an asset addict. So think about it. If you break the pattern, which is my goal with you, I want you to be my client. I'm just going to claim you. So if you have these issues, Let me help you break the pattern of make, spend, make, spend, make, spend. What you need to get into a pattern is make, invest, make, invest. So for every dollar, where are you going to put it to work? For every dollar you make, what do you want to buy? Do you want to buy some real estate? Do you want another house? Do you want an RV park? Do you want a storage unit? Do you want cryptocurrency? What do you want? Let's go shopping for new assets. So women, I will always let you shop, just not lifestyle stuff. I want assets first. So we're going to teach you how to spend. In your tracking, you're going to write down everything that you need to spend money on. That would include any emergency. If you feel like the need, you have to have a big emergency account. I'm not a huge fan of a big emergency account. It's a bunch of money sitting around doing nothing. I'm not a fan of a savings account. That's an undefined lump of money. What are you saving for? Give it a definition. I'm saving for a business trip. Notice you'll never go on a vacation in my world. You're going to put money away you're going to spend. I call it forecasting. You're going to spend to charity. You're going to spend for your wealth account, which is money to invest. You're going to spend for your kids' college accounts. You're going to spend every dollar. It's an amazing activity. It's actually really challenging. I love coaching you through spend and track every dollar. Whereas we add more money, guess where I want it to go? New investments, new investments, new investments. So how do you hold yourself accountable? Well, for a lot of you, you need to have a mission beyond yourself. See, a lot of you live day to day, income expenses, like just for you. I mean, some of you honestly don't even think about your kids and your family. What do you want for them? So when I became a single mom in 1999, and then another mom again to my daughter in 2006, I knew I was doing generational wealth. Why? Because I wanted to make it up. I wanted to see if it was possible to make kids millionaires. I wanted to see if it was possible if you could do legacy work. I wanted to see if it was possible to create a generation of financially literate kids. So I had a huge mission to do generational wealth, which is why now I have a book coming out on making your kids millionaires. But that big, hairy, audacious goal, that mission beyond yourself, mine's to teach money, financial literacy. What's yours? So when you get up every day and you're doing the thing that you want to do and you love the thing you're going to do, it is about money making, because guess what? For the money that you're making, you're serving people's lives, right? They're paying you for your service. So what are you great at? What can you excel at that you can just make a ton of money? The only reason you're not making money is because you haven't negotiated, you haven't claimed it, or your business plan doesn't stretch out enough. So if any of these are interesting, go up to that search bar in my channel and search for some of these topics. I got tons and tons of topics. If it's not there, again, put a comment in and say, Loral, I need to learn more about this. And I'll be right out here and we'll do it. So how do you hold yourself accountable? It's not your friends and family. So it's a big mission, and it's not, your friends and family are really probably more sympathetic. The day you get up and say, oh, it's just a rough day, I don't want to do it today. They'll say, oh yeah, let's just like go to the beach today, or let's go, do whatever you want, blow off the day. That's not accountability. Like, you come to me and say, I'm having a rough day. I'm going to say, so who do you need to call? What do you need to do to get in state? Do you need to go run a lap? Do you need to go listen to music? Do you need to go, what do you need to do to get in state, to get the energy that you need to get up every day to go change lives? Because from that, your service will provide you new income, and that income will be spent to investing, spent to basically the categories that we're going to spend. So I have a whole process on how to forecast. It's inside my Millionaire Maker book. Make sure you read it thoroughly. And I want you to go take a quiz right now. So inside the quiz, it'll be interesting to see if some of you are lifestyle junkies, because that would be that you are not spending right at all. But some of you are actually, you got lazy assets. So there's 4 different categories inside my personality quiz. So you're going to go click on the link. Take the quiz, takes about 30 seconds, and then that'll determine who you are and your financial personality. I come back with a video and share with you some techniques and strategies that you can keep moving on. So if you're interested in working with us, that's going to follow with an application. It's very quick. Again, just fill that out. My team will be calling you. We'll be in a conversation about money. We're going to give you a free ticket to my event for having a conversation with my team. Look forward to working with you and helping you spend money so you become a millionaire. See you tomorrow.